Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I don't know if you hear the crow in the background cawing. I am still in the Poconos. I figured I'd get this up before I head home later on today, back to New York. So, today I'm talking about how the players in your group are, and don't take this the wrong way, pretty much like a dog on a leash. At least my dog, Danke. Uh, Danke, when we go for a walk, it's pretty much a hex crawl because, for the most part, I tell her, "Where do you want to go, Danke?" And she decides to go up the street, down the block. She has her destination. She'll make her choices at the corners. And at some point, you have to correct her, right? She has the ability to make these choices, but sometimes there are choices that either she's not ready for, or you don't plan on going down, or you've already gone down that route and you redirect it. So today, Rach and I this morning, because she's up in the Pocono, she demands to be walked multiple times a day because she loves it. Uh, she took us down to the highway, Route 6. I mean, it's one lane each direction, but you get 18 wheelers, you get tractor trailers, a lot of traffic on it. And for the most part, there isn't much in the way of sidewalks here. So she walks us down to it, and usually she walks us down to it, and then she walks back. And this time she walked down and she made a right. I was like, all right, well, there's a bit of a sidewalk here. We'll go as long as the sidewalk. I was very surprised because she does not like trucks. She does not like traffic. And here she is walking along a busy roadway, uh, happy to explore. So there's something to be learned from that when it comes to like running your campaign. Your players are happy to explore. You got to give them things to explore, obviously, but they're happy to. But at the same time, they'll take a little direction. So she walked to the sidewalk ended, and there was still kind of a path alongside. Where, obviously people had walked it. So even though it was grass and dirt, you could see where people had walked. And we went another 100 feet before I told her, like, all right, that's enough. We'll have to go back. And she understood. She didn't resist. She's like, okay, I went farther than I had planned to, and I went farther than I thought I was going to be allowed to. Because she's mapping out things when she does this. Even at home, she takes these paths less traveled or never traveled before, so she can build her mental map of the area. And your players are doing that too, especially if you're running a hex crawl or a sandbox, right? But you got to keep them on a leash. Listen, I have Donka is a dachshund, and if you let her off the leash, she will grab a scent, and you'll never see her again. She'll run off, and that's it. Um, it's just the nature of the beast. Well, the nature of your PCs, your players, is oftentimes they'll grab a scent and go off into the woods in a direction that you are totally unprepared for. There's no hard rules saying that you can't steer them. You can't tug on that leash and say not yet. You got to do it gently. You got to do it gradually. You kind of have to make them think that it was their decision. But if you've got the right group and you've got the right skills as a GM, you can often do that. But you let your players take the lead. You don't want to steer them, right? But you do want to occasionally hold them back from areas they shouldn't be going into. Maybe there's a part of your campaign world that is uh, something that you have set for them for when they're at higher levels. And the path they're taking is going to run them into it. And it's going to be instant death. I know there's a whole line of thinking that, well, it's old school gaming. If they go in the wrong direction, that's when you put up the warning signs. That's when you give the here be dragons warning or whatever it is, so they understand that it's for later, right? because there's no harm in that. There's nothing fair in killing off a party of adventures, killing off the PCs in your group because they didn't have the knowledge to prevent them from going someplace they shouldn't have. If they have the knowledge, and they still go, screw it, we're gonna go, we're gonna, sure, it might be stronger than us, and maybe we're not ready, but we're gonna kick some ass. You know what? They were forearmed and forewarned, and then they're gonna be planted 6 feet under. That's fine. You have to give them. You have to tug on the leash a little bit. Yeah, and there's times that even with the dog, where she'll be like, "But I really, really want to go this way," and you're like, "All right, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like going down back at home. Like you're not gonna enjoy going down to Queens Boulevard with 14 lanes of traffic. It's not gonna make you happy." But now she's kind of rolled up. Now she can deal with it, which before she couldn't. The players are a lot like a dog on a leash. And again, it's not meant to be detrimental to anybody or to dogs, depending on your players. But it just means that if you're going to have a good time, Danke has the best time when she takes the lead, when she decides where we're going to go. I have no problem with it. Unless I have something that I need to, we got to pick up mommy's meds. I say that, and she knows. She walks to the drugstore. Got to pick up grandpa's lottery tickets. She knows what direction we're going for that one. But otherwise, let her go. And now, in a way, it's like with your players. Hey, listen, you've heard about a new the tower of the mage of Magadoom. Well, you've planted the seed. Most groups are going to go, oh, well, the DM has an adventure ready. We're going to go that way, right? They want to be. They generally want to be compliant. They generally want to be helpful. And a lot of times it's helpful to use the content that the DM has prepared. The Dachshunds and dogs are the same way. If you tell them you have a destination to go to, she'll go to it. But if you let her choose her own, she's more happy that she has to choose her own. But again, no harm in preventing certain locations from being found too early. I don't know if this mic is picking up the sounds of nature around me, but you can hear the crickets going. It's a beautiful thing. I'm very glad I have these couple of days here to charge my batteries. It is certainly awesome. We are getting close to the that magical point of 1,000 subscribers, where the YouTube analytics start to pick up. We've got some plans for it. Mike and I, and Joe and Glenn and Rach. If we do monetize, I think we have a very good idea of what to do with that. It's going to take a little planning, and it's going to be something that I haven't seen really done before with YouTube. So we'll see if we can do that. If not, I'm sure there's a workaround. I know I'm talking in riddles, but again, we do this for the community. I do giveaways. When we hit 1,000, we're going to give away $500 to the community, right? Because it's the community's money. Really that simple. It's raised via drive-through affiliate links, or it's the funds from sales on drive-through that aren't being directly put back into the next project. Give it out to the community. So, we have plans for all that, but more when we get there, because moving parts. So, folks, as always, I am not a medical professional. Nobody on the Tavern's broadcasting team is. However, everyone is immunized. Those are all personal decisions based upon our health situation, our personal situations. Um, I'm not telling you what to do. I am not suggesting what you should do. Aside from speak to a medical professional, get professional advice if you have any doubts or any concerns. There's a lot of things to have concerns of. This is emergency authorization on these uh, immunizations against COVID. But for me, with my comorbidities up the wazoo, um, whatever risk there is to the vaccine was far outweighed by the risks of not being vaccinated. So, again, ignore the talking heads on TV, ignore the talking heads online, ignore the talking heads on YouTube or on podcasts or wherever you gather your stuff. Um, Talk to a medical professional that you have some trust in, you have some faith in, and get their advice. Okay? Be safe, be well. God bless. God bless you all. Everybody. Uh, Roll your dice, roll them well, unless you're Tim Shorts, in which case you're rolling once. And I will be back tomorrow with live at 8 p.m. with Joe the Lawyer. Yep, Iron Rations returns. And tonight, God willing, if I get home early enough, we're not stuck here late. It's my father's birthday, so we might be stuck here a bit. 9 p.m. on the 10 Cars Tavern Discord server. We will be doing the Tavern Chat Hangout. All right, folks, on that note, I'm out of here. Laters.